What is up, my friends? So we are here to do a little walkthrough update on our Prepper's Paradise. That's right. So we have completed the rehab, the renovations here at the Prepper's Paradise, aka the big silo home, the big, somewhat strange, somewhat, weird, but very, very cool and hip at the same time. So I'm walking up towards this property, and to kind of recap you on this story, if you haven't heard or watched the initial video, I encourage you to check that out so you can learn a little bit more about how we found this deal, negotiated it and whatnot, and just kind of the uniqueness of the property, and honestly a lot of apprehension that I had going into this deal. I was very nervous about this deal because I didn't know what the market was going to I didn't know how the market was going to respond in terms of money, offers, appraisals, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here to tell you that I'm very excited that we move forward on this deal. And so you can see a side view of it here. I'm going to walk out here. Luckily, it's dry enough. It's been raining a lot here in the greater Houston area a lot lately. So it's just been really wet and mushy out here. So here's a big, this big silo. It's several thousand square feet. And then there's a 4,000 or so square foot house back there, and a ginormous deck that's 3,000 to 4,000 square feet itself. And I'm going to take you through the house, through the silo, and out on the deck as well here in a minute. But that's the exterior view of it. And so this deal ended up just becoming a home run deal. It really blew my mind. When we went to go to list it and price the property, I was kind of on the low side, and I always bounce things off my wife, and she's helping me on listings and things like that on the real estate side of things now. And she's always one to kind of want to push price. I'm a pretty conservative guy, but we pushed the price a little bit, and we got above listing, above our asking price. So here is inside of the silo. If you remember before, we didn't really do much work in here. Really what we did is just kind of clean it out, so to speak, because there was tons of, furniture and tires and junk and clothes, like tons of clothes. But this is a pretty cool space for someone who's a small business owner. Maybe they're a mechanic, maybe they do some type of, who knows what type of, carpentry or whatnot. They've got a huge, ginormous workspace, and it's pretty cool, to be honest with you. So now let's go into the home. So this was very close to putting lipstick on a rehab, right? Like, we didn't want to do a lot of heavy lifting. The initial game plan was to do almost no heavy lifting at all. And so what we did is we painted everything, of course, and we did some light fixtures and things like that. But a couple of things that we did that, didn't initially plan to do was we did open up this wall, because it was kind of a weird room. It was kind of like a bedroom, kind of, sort of, but there was no living room in this house, right? It's kind of strange, very awkward floor plan. So we did open this up to create basically a living room. So when we did that, there was a wall here before, right? So we had to add some transition tile. Not the greatest match in the world, but didn't affect our offer, our price, right? And there was like a cabinet in here. We were gonna just demo it. We left it. We removed the sink, put a Formica laminated countertop on it, and just made this a true living room. Here's the kitchen. Once again, we didn't do too much. We painted it, and honestly, that was about it. I think we did install new appliances, and we even had a cracked countertop. If you can see this. Here we go. So we just kind of called our granite company, who we use all the time, and said, hey, can you fix that? Because we had some pieces there. So they're actually kind of able to put a Band-Aid on that. So I'll give you a little tour. Here's just one of the bedrooms. Not much going. We're able to keep all the existing tile in the home. So that was good. We kept tub surrounds. We kept the vanities. We just, like I said, it was a really big paint job. I'm gonna take you out in the back here in a second. All right, here's the master bedroom. We left the green for mica countertops, right? They're in good shape. We left the shower surround. Not my choice, not the greatest looking shower in the world, but hey, you know, very clean, very functional. That was the bottom line, and that was kind of the game plan with this property, was not get in over our heads on a renovation budget and the time delay of doing a big rehab and making this a normal property. It had some funkiness. We wanted to safeguard ourselves and basically sell the property on the square footage, on the uniqueness, on the advantage of having the silo that they could use it to do whatever they want to do. So same kind of strategy out here. They had this outdoor kitchen area. You know, to be honest, you know, it's got some, needed some work here. It's missing like a little, a grill that could have been put there. And we kind of just left it, you know. We, I'm drinking some beer out here. We even had a window unit down here. We just left it. We put some support under it and, you know, just put some lipstick on it. Okay, here's the outside. This is the outside deck. Underneath it, I should say, covered patio. I think this is around 2,500, maybe close to 3,000 square feet, but this is great space. Plus the property comes with, you know, a couple of acres of raw land here. Okay, so let's go back to the inside, and I'm gonna take you upstairs. So for those of you who saw the first video, you'll recall some of the things that we found upstairs. And there is, by the way, so there's a half bath here. Got some trash in there. There's a half bath here, plus there's two other full bathrooms downstairs. So downstairs we have basically a master bedroom over here with a full bath, half bath, living room, kitchen, and another bedroom. That's all downstairs. This is a really big home. Let's see here. These are the stairs. We ended up needing to sand and restain these stairs. We didn't think we were going to. We went ahead and did that. And now we're on the upstairs. This is a bedroom here. Already had these existing hardwood floors. Had some issues like there that honestly we didn't sand and restain them like we typically do. Because once again, we wanted to safeguard ourselves, and we're really just selling on square footage here. So here's the view once again from the silo. Boom, check it out. Pretty baller, actually. It's kind of cool. So go through here. This is kind of the upstairs master bedroom. It's got a full bathroom here, sink, shower, whatnot. Once again, left the shower, left the tile, left the surround. Just cleaned it up, did a couple of minor repairs on the tiles. Another half bath upstairs. Okay, a couple of bedrooms. If you'll recall, these bedrooms had some cabinets and stuff like that that kind of took away from just the size of the bedroom, made them a little bit awkward. So we removed those. Had to reroute some plumbing when we moved them, so that wasn't fun, but we got that done. And here's the media room, okay? Ginormous media room. They have big screen here for television, and just look at this thing, man. It is so big. Got a projector right there. Ginormous media room here with mirrors, these pretty cool little, whatever they are here, little kind of remote stations and whatnot. All this stuff was here, okay? So we didn't do any of this after we closed on it. It was already here. Have some more hardwood floors over here, and you've just got this really baller, ginormous media room. And then we go out to the upstairs deck, and this, if you remember, was covered in plywood. And what they were trying to do, we didn't know what to do. We knew the plywood was rotted, and I was getting quotes to redo the entire upper deck, to install, you know, something on top, to replace all the rotten plywood that they had, and to help prevent water going underneath because there's big gaps here, right? And once again, guys, sometimes doing less is more, or doing less is, you know, the minimum effective dose, and it still gets the job done on what you need to get done, okay? And what I mean by that is putting the least amount of money, time, energy, effort, resources, but maximizing the time, money, and energy and resources that you do. So what we did was just remove that decking. We painted, we did some minor repairs up here, and we painted it, and it looks great. Now, is water getting through? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a cement slab underneath, and is it ideal? Probably not, but guess what? We are going to let the future homeowners decide on what they want to do with the space. But but what we're doing is handing it over to them, nice, clean, safe, functional, so they can do what they want to do with this. But for the time being, they have several years left on a pretty cool outdoor patio at this home. So anyways, guys, so this is kind of my final video here from the prepper's paradise, if you will. But it turned out to be an amazing deal. I'm going to share a before and after video here, so stay tuned. I'll go over some of the numbers on this deal, but it was an amazing flip for us, and hopefully this is an amazing property for the future homeowner who's going to be living here. I'm looking over here, and there's just like, I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's a couple dozen chickens and hens migrating around through the area. So it's pretty cool out here. There's a lake over here, if you can see it, but there is, trust me on that. Anyways, thanks for your time watching this video. Hit me with the likes, hit me with the subscribes. I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you on the next video. All right, guys, so let me show you some quick numbers on where we're at on this deal. So purchase price was $175,000. Repairs ended up being just a tad under $40,000. Our after repair value was $370,000. So the gross profit, that's the HGTV kind of inflated numbers that they use on those shows. We're not going to use that. We're going to show actual net profit, and I've just kind of rounded it off. So how do we arrive at that number? So let me show you something here. So this is something that we put together in our office, just called a MESA, Multiple Exit Strategy Analyzer. So we look at deals through different lenses when we're analyzing them, meaning either to flip them, rent them, do owner financing, wholesale them, etc., etc. So on this particular property, if you look at the numbers, once again, we bought it for $370. I'm sorry, the purchase price was $370. Our after repair value was $370. That was our repair costs. So our acquisitions cost. This was our loan amount. That was how much that we borrowed. So this deal was an LTV of 61%. I know you hear a lot of people saying, oh, there's no 70% or less deals on the market. There are. We buy them every month. Just trust me. You just have to work a little bit harder on your marketing and your close rates. So we paid 10% interest to our lender. The cool part is we had an accrued interest loan, so we actually didn't make any payments. That interest just accrued until the property sold, and then our lender was paid off. So here's where approximate insurance, taxes, this was a little bit on the high side. It was actually not that much. Utilities, maintenance, etc., etc. Closing cost to buy. We did pay our lender a 1% origination fee, and we had closing costs, and we had a realtor commission. However, yours truly was the agent on the other side, so that was really only 3%. So I'm being very conservative with our numbers. If you throw that into the profit, and I'm at a flat fee rate with my broker currently, so there we go. And yes, I am with eXp Realty, but ask me how I'm a flat fee with eXp Realty. I'd be more than happy to answer that question for you. Just reach out to me privately or direct message. So if you come down here, we obviously didn't sell this home immediately, like the HGTV numbers did take about 6 months. So I'm going to move this back to 6%. Just because that's what was shown on the HUD. Shows essentially a $99,586,000 profit. Okay, so on here I put $101,000. So why is that? So let's look at the buy HUD. So in the buy HUD, when we bought this property, okay, we bought this property, as you can see here, just to be very transparent, 9/10/2021. The sales price as our buy price was 175. The amount of the new loan was 225. If you scroll down here, you see cash to borrower $41,741,000. Well, we only used about $39,000 in rehab, so we actually were able to purchase the property. Number one, get all of our rehab costs sent to us directly via ACH wire at the day that we closed. So we had all that money in our account so we could fulfill the rehab. And we also actually kind of overborrowed a couple $1,000s that we even needed. Okay, so that's where the couple of extra $1,000 of profit is. And if you look on our sales HUD, just to be transparent and show proof, approximately 6 months later, March 11th, 2022, it's Invest Home Pro, that's my company or one of my companies, was the seller at $370,000 for the seller. We did give some seller contributions and things like that, and that's kind of washing out my commission, right? And that's why I was showing that to you earlier. But if you scroll down everything, see my commission there. Payoff to our lender. If you recall, it was $225,000 plus their accrued interest gets paid there. We received back $100,000 at closing. Okay, so that's a quick overview on our numbers on this deal and kind of how we ended up roughly, give or take a couple $1,000 after all the dust settles, a little over $100,000 in profit on this deal.